Hi everyone, I'm Mike from Hugo. Today we're going to show you how to assemble your new Hugo Sidekick. Now, the first thing you want to do is get all your pieces out of the box. Take the quick start guide and you'll see these steps follow the steps in the quick start guide. Now, if at any time you want to slow it down, don't forget that you can pause the video and then catch up. If you're looking for certain videos, for example, how to adjust the handle heights or the tool-free brakes, you can click on a link on another part of this webpage. So, let's get started. The first thing you want to do, like I said, is identify the parts. So, you have the Sidekick frame, you have the two front wheels, the two rear wheels with the handles attached, you have the knob to attach the backrest, you have the backrest itself, the soft basket, and then two sets of E-clips. There's a smaller one and a larger one. If you put them side by side, you can see the difference. Well, that's it. If you're missing a part, don't forget to call in our customer service to have it replaced. So, let's go to step one, installing the front wheels. In this first step, we're going to show you how to install the front wheels of your Sidekick onto the frame. Now, the first thing you want to do is open up the Sidekick frame and lay it on its back so that the basket mounts are facing upwards. Now, the frame and the wheels are numbered from 1 to 4 in order to help you identify where to put them on the frame. So, the first thing you want to do is find the wheel labeled with the 1. Then, find the location on the frame also labeled with a 1. It's always going to be in the front right side of the frame. Now, push in the push button and insert the wheel into the tubing. A common mistake is to only insert it into the first hole. Make sure it goes all the way to the second hole and that you can see it and hear it pop out. Then, pick up the small E-clip, remember there's a large one and a small one, and insert the small E-clip into that hole that you left open in the tubing. And then secure the E-clip by clamping it down. Now, take the wheel marked with a number 2 and repeat that on the other side. Again, going to the back of the tubing and making sure the button pops back out. Then take the E-clip, again, the small one, and insert it, just as a safety measure. And we're done. Next, we're going to show you how to install the rear wheels and the handles on your Hugo Sidekick. In this next step, we're going to show you how to install the rear wheels. Now, these wheels are numbered 3 and 4, much like the front wheels are numbered 1 and 2. So the first thing you want to do is turn over your Hugo Sidekick. Now, if you need somebody to help you with this step, please ask. Don't be shy. So, take the wheel numbered with a 3 and note that it does come with the handle attached. Now, find the spot on the frame also numbered with a 3. Now, one of the differences is that on this one, the push button is actually on the frame. So push on the push button, and like the front wheel, insert the rear wheel to the second set of holes. And one thing to note, when you're pushing it in, the wheel is going to be on the opposite side, or rather outside the frame if you're doing it correctly. So I've got it in, the push buttons come out, then take the large E-clip, and like you did for the front wheel, insert it into the hole and clip it in to make sure it's secure. Then, take the second rear wheel, label with a 4, and do the same thing. And there you saw how it clipped into the first hole, so I had to push it in again to make sure it went to the second. And I'm done. So now we're ready to install the handles. For this step, you're going to want to stand the roller upright on its 4 wheels. For this step, you're also going to need 2 hand screws, but not the knobs just yet, just the screws. So what you want to do is take one of the handles and install it into the tubing of the frame, but make sure the brake cable runs outside the frame. Then, stand between the rear wheels of the rollator, have your arms relaxed at your side, and find the brake in the wrist. This is how you're going to figure out at what height to set the handles to. So, raise the handle so it meets the brake in your wrist, and then take one of the screws and insert it into the hole in the handlebar tubing that closely matches that height. Now, a little trick to install the opposite side is to count how many holes are exposed in the tubing. In this case, I have 2. So, I'm going to insert the handlebar tubing so that 2 holes are exposed and insert the hand screw. Again, making sure that the brake cable runs outside the frame. Now we're ready to install the backrest. Okay, so now we're almost done. The last step is to install the backrest. 2 things to keep in mind. 1, it's installed correctly when the Hugo logo faces towards the front wheels. Second thing to keep in mind is you want to install it so the brake cables are still outside the frame. Now what you want to do is find the hole at the end of the backrest and slip it over the hand screw you just installed. Then take the hand knob and screw it onto the exposed hand screw. Hand tighten only. Repeat that on the opposite side. And you're done. Now a little trick I have for the basket, because it already comes installed, but if you ever want to remove it or reinstall it, is to fold the unit a little bit, which will relieve the tension, making it easier to slip off. For more tips and tricks, also more advice on adjustments, keep watching this video. Now we're going to look at how to use the brakes on your new Hugo Sidekick. To use the brakes, simply pull up on the brake handle. If you want to lock the brakes like you would a parking brake, push down on the brake handle. You're going to feel and see it click into place. Remember, always lock the brakes before sitting on your rollator. To release the parking brake, just pull back up on the brake handle. For more tips and tricks, keep watching. In this segment, we're going to look at how to adjust the brakes on your new Hugo Sidekick. Your Sidekick features our new tool-free brake adjustments, which make it easy to either loosen or tighten the brakes. To adjust, simply push down on the brake adjustment knob. If you want to loosen the brakes, turn the knob clockwise. If you want to tighten the brakes, simply rotate counterclockwise. Now one thing to keep in mind is if you're having trouble and you find the brakes stay tight, check that the brake cable isn't caught anywhere. A caught brake cable will add tension to the brake pad. Once you've checked that, clip in the brake cable to the brake cable guide. Then, ensure the brakes are working properly. If they are, you're ready to go anywhere. Now we'll look at how to fold and unfold your Hugo Sidekick. Before you fold, push down on the parking brakes. Make sure they click into place. Then, to fold, simply pull up on the seat strap. Your Hugo Sidekick conveniently stands when folded. For easy and secure storage, it's also great for travel. Now, to unfold your Sidekick, open up the frame and push down on the seat supports, making sure they click into place for security. Well, that's it. Your Hugo Sidekick's ready to go anywhere, and so are you. Visit us on Facebook or HugoAnywhere.com for more information. Thanks for watching.